All right, we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Geekscape Network with Napping Through Happy Hour, where we talk real life, real drama, all in real time. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you're on the Geekscape channel that you just came from Internet Supreme Court, we really appreciate you sticking over here. But we got some really cool and amazing things to talk about here today. One specifically is the writer, director, the writer and the director, and the star and the director, Curtis Fortier and Tim Russ. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Yeah, really appreciate you guys coming on. I'm so excited about season 2 coming out. Marie, I know you've been spending the last week watching season 1.
I did get to watch it, and I loved it. So I'm excited to talk about season 2 and where things go from here.
Yeah. So, Curtis, give us a little update. How are things going so far?
Things are going great. We like I said, the Kickstarter is we just need a couple bucks to get us over the post-production hump. Right now, it's being color corrected, it's being sound designed, and the score is being written. So we've been tentatively accepted into the Gen Con Film Festival for this year, which is great. The tentatively meaning I sent them a draft copy. So as long as they'll and they've accepted that, and they said they would. I'm like, we have a more polished version we're going to get you. So they seem to be on board for that. So that's great for them. Our website is going to be updated right now. If you go there, it looks like it was designed on dial-up. But it's gonna all be converted over and be really slick and nice. And this is kind of a cool a cool announcement on May 19th, Monday. Make sure I'm getting the date. Monday, May 19th, up in Big Bear. The Big Bear Film Festival is in September, but the people associated with it, a guy named Jake Cole, we're getting, I want to get this right. Where are you? Where's Jake's? There we go. It's the it is the crap. It's a theater up there. The Village Theaters North. The Village Theaters North. We're going to show. It's kind of a pre-screening launch, pre-screening of whatever we have at that point, and we can show some of the first season, some of the second season. We can show all the first season. That's completely done. The second season, we have something called side quests, which is kind of like mini vignette episodes. So there's lots of stuff to show. That will be up in Big Bear on May 19th, and on the Kickstarter, you can bid at a certain level, and you get a free 2-night stay at an Airbnb up there, along with VIP tickets and all the swag and stuff like that. So,
that is so incredible. Well, I mean, in order to do that, I think we probably have to launch something in a few minutes here. But there is a link that we have created for everyone to share with you to get you to 12-Sided Die Kickstarter. We've got a lot of really great things that we're going to be sharing with you guys here today. But first and foremost, I really want to hear about Tim. How did you get attached to this project?
Curtis just reached out to me, and I think it was via Scott Baker, wasn't it?
Scotty Baker. Yep.
Yeah, Scotty Baker, who's a really good DP, cameraman, camera operator. And he suggested to Curtis that he get a hold of me for directing this, because I worked on a series called Bloomers a while back, which is also a web series, and about 2.5, 3 seasons of that. So he suggested reaching out to me and seeing if we could work on this as well. So it was completely out of the blue. And consequently, some of the gigs I've gotten in the past have been the same way. It just come out of a referral. And that's what this was, and it was great. I looked at the first season all the way through, and got a feel for it, and then I worked with Curtis on the second season, and also with Scotty as the DP for the second season. Majority of the episodes that we shot together, and then and worked with the cast, met the cast, worked with him. But yeah, it was just a referral out of the blue. And I was happy to come on board to do it.
Oh, that's wonderful. We actually just spent the last hour touting you as one of the one of the trials that we did on Internet Supreme Court, and singing your praises about how many different projects that you've been a part of and how many things that you've done. But like, I don't know, saving NASA astronauts from asteroids and things.
I did. I worked with NASA on their Lucy mission. It was just a precursor to the launch of that probe to go study asteroids in the Jupiter's orbit. That I worked with them on that. Yes. It wasn't as dramatic as saving anybody from the asteroids. that would have to be, I think,
how we word it.
Higher qualified than I am. Yeah, but yeah, I did work with them a little bit. But yeah, it's well, it's been, the thing about it is that it's been almost 40 years since I started working relatively full time in film and television. It's been 40 years, so that's a lot of time, and and a lot of gigs that have come and gone, and that's the only reason. If anybody looks at the credits on IMDb, it's a long list because it's been that long a time. It didn't happen in 10 months. That was a long time.
Yeah, no, you've done quite a few different projects over the years, including voiceovers, acting, directing. When did you start getting into directing?
Directing, I did, but I was on a series Voyager. I was on a Voyager for 7 years as an actor, and they always offered the opportunity. The producers did, for the actors, if they wanted to direct an episode, that they just had to go through the sort of internship while being on the show. So they had you do all these things behind the scenes to get your chops together so that you'd have a chance to do this. So it took about 2.5, 3 seasons of me doing that before I had an opportunity to get an episode of my own. And that's exactly what I did. So we started there. And then from there, other projects down the line, either fell into my lap. And maybe in most cases, those projects came to me. In recent months, I'm just working with people on my own projects, but those other ones they just fell in my lap. I mean, literally, it's a phone call out of the blue. Would you be interested in directing this or directing that or whatever? And that's how those other projects came about. The voiceover, same thing. As a result of being on the show, I got voiceover opportunities. I joined with a voiceover agency and ended up doing some audiobooks and a whole bunch of video games and a couple of commercials. And so it's been, fairly lucrative in those areas as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, and one of the things that I loved hearing Curtis talk about, especially when it came to 12-Sided Die, is just how many people that you got to work with that were a part of the Star Trek lore.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Andy Robinson was one of the main guests we've had on there. That was just a thrill to be able to work with them on the show and have, because I worked with him. He came and directed, I think, 1 or 2 episodes of Voyager while we were on the series. He came in and shot a couple episodes as well. So to come back and he's working as an actor and I'm directing him, just flipped it around, and it's just, it's wonderful, that whole circular thing. It's pretty cool to have that, to have those opportunities. Kitty Swank, also very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just imagine.
I didn't realize they were. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I didn't realize Kitty and Andy were old friends. I mean, I figured they knew each other from Star Trek, but they knew each other from like 40 years ago. So, that was really cool to have that. And they have kind of a meet cute scene. So it was cool to have them do that, because they're like, this is great. We get to play this, and we're old friends. So that energy really came to that scene. Yep.
Yes, it did. Really worked well. Very well.
Sorry, Marie, what was that?
No, I was just having a vision of, like, did you all get to play any role-playing games together? I'm just, besides, what the show is about, I'm just having, I can imagine it would be a really interesting game. Did you play before this series, or were you into that at all?
I knew nothing about any of it. I had to do my homework, and I had to refer to Curtis and the cast in the show, who they do play those games. I mean, That's what they
No,
do.
me.
So, yeah, I
In
had to
fact,
learn.
we play together. Me, Eric, and Chris Gurman. We all have it, and then Mesa. Mesa, she's one of the editors. She took a lot of pictures, and she played the character of Mesa. I go
Yeah.
really out on the limb for the character names I pick. So yeah, in fact, there we go. Yeah, there's Gurman, and there's Kimberly Distel, our makeup person. There's Will Dixon in the background. Eric Vesbit. Yeah, this is we're shooting one of the episodes. I think this is episode. This is the second or third day, or no, this is the third or fourth day of shooting. This is episode 7 where Andy Robinson is in, and Andy Robinson plays the creator of our D&D game. So he's the Gary Gygax of our game. And I remember once him on set, he's like, I don't understand what is this. And Eric loves explaining what role playing is, and he's like, we're creating a story together. We're all here. It's not a tale that one person is telling. We're all making the story together. And he's telling this to Andy. And Andy was, from what I can remember, he was pretty fascinated by it. So it was really cool. So yeah, and I don't think Kitty had any idea either. Kitty was because Kitty plays the owner of the comic book shop. I don't think she. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can include me in that
that education.
idea about anything about what was going on with this, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you have any newfound interest in doing more D&D type stuff?
Oh, are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what perspective. If it's a matter of directing it, sure, I'll shoot it down. I've gotten, I don't have any problem. I've gotten offers to do other projects over the years, to direct other projects that I had to turn down because I wasn't familiar with, and I didn't have experience or background in the culture of those stories. So I in some cases I've turned them down, but this one is not quite the same. It's a pastime, if it was sports or something like that, collecting things like stamps or whatever those pastimes are, I would be able to educate myself, just prior and also during the whole process of what's happening. Because at the end of the day, this show, is about the people that are playing the games. It is about the relationships of those people and how they get along with each other. That's what the story is really, that's where the meat is. The game is just the setting. So it's not just, you're watching it to see people just playing the game the whole time. It's all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. That's what it's about.
Yeah, no, and that's what I wanted to write it. I wanted to write it that Tim said it perfect. That's the setting, because people are like, well, what if I don't play D&D? I go, well, no, the second season is about a guy who wants to tell a girl he loves her. That's it. That's it. And, whether it's against, like you said, they play tennis or they play D&D or they're, radio disc jockeys. It's, it's the, that everybody can identify with. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's about that time, my dear friend.
You want to do it? Yeah.
I'm done. Let's push that button.
I have the computer open in front of me. I'm gonna hit it, and just so you know, I haven't tested this out, because I figure if I tested it out and then it worked, I can't untest it. I can't take it back. So hopefully this won't be a friggin' disaster when I hit it. And then it's like, oh, you need to do this puzzle where you need to, thing. So here we go. I'm ready to launch. I just clicked it. I've read I've read all the stuff. Are you sure? Wow, there's a whole bunch of crap to read. Wow, geez. All right, here we go. Launch project, and boom. Now it's thinking.
Okay.
It's thinking. It's giving me the twirly thing.
The twirlies.
Congratulations, your product is live! Yay! We have 0 backers and 29 days to go. So,
here we are
live.
Yeah,
so,
we'll be checking in the entire time while we're talking about this and talking about a little bit of the behind the scenes and whatnot as we look. But remember, folks, if you donate in the next 24 hours, you do get a free ticket to the actual premiere. So that's pretty freaking awesome, and I'm very excited about it. I think I might even put in a couple bones myself because listen, I love Big Bear and I love me some Curtis. So
shucks. So now Katie did a project with Scotty Baker. Katie was in a web series, and Scotty was the DP on that in Vegas. Remember him shooting in Vegas?
Yeah. It's a show about a casting director workshop, or a casting director who lives in Vegas and who's trying to get back to LA, but is kind of ousted to the outskirts of Vegas. And it's called A-List Casting, and I play a very odd, very angry, tall woman.
But you're literally a tall woman, right?
Like, that's my character's name. I don't have any other name. I'm literally tall woman or tall actress is what I am. Yeah. It's a fun one. And man, Scotty is such a great DP, and what a wonderful guy to work with.
Yes, absolutely. I've worked with him on a good number of projects. So, and I look forward to working on even more of them with him. Absolutely. He's the go-to. I'll call him. He's the first person I call. I mean, especially if I need a camera operator, because he's quite good at that. He's got a great eye. And he's a director in his own right. He's got a feature film called Fifth Passenger, which is out now on, I think it's Amazon. I want to say Amazon or Netflix, but he directed it, co-produced it, and he's brilliant. So I call him in a second for a project. If I get a chance to, I will. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And he was outstanding on this project. I mean, just outstanding.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
Wonderful guy. Yep. Are there any projects that you guys are working on in terms of this that are like sort of side projects? Like I think I saw something about side quests with 12-sided die.
Yeah, so we have kind of I didn't know how to talk about it. So it's kind of a spin-off series. So we even have a spin-off. How's that? So it's so what it is for there's a couple of reasons. One, there's a lot of stories to tell with these characters that I just can't jam into the main storyline. Like each season is 8 episodes, and they're pretty linear, one after the other. But stuff can happen on the side, but that if you jam that all in, it would not flow very well. Plus, there's a lot of great actors that help me out, and I was honored to have them help out behind the scenes. Mesa being one of them, Mitch Narito from The Good Place, Will Dixon. All amazing talent. Ryan Seaton, she did the rap in Side Quest 8 about the Gulch Cast. They've helped me, and they honored me by helping out behind the scenes because they're talented both in front and behind the camera. So I wanted to write something for them to do. So it's great. You can take the characters and obviously the 2 characters, Cynthia and Curtis, what if they're on a date? I mean, there's dates and there's things that happen on the side that you can talk about that you just can't jam into the main story. So I wrote, we have 10 of those. We have 10 mini vignettes. Although the one about the podcast, we have one where they do a podcast from the Comic Gulch. That's the name of our comic book store. That one kind of got away from me. That one, that's like almost as long as an episode. So that's there's a rap in there, and it's like that's a 90s. Cool. I remember you guys when we were shooting it. I just wrote the rap, and then all of a sudden somebody's on a Apple box, and you guys are bringing in different lenses. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, we're gonna shoot it like a 90s video. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Down up angles, some laser.
You can't put that stuff in a script and not expect us to have some fun with it. That's we gotta light that part up, man. That was a break from reality in that piece, and that's what we're gonna see visually is a break from reality. It's great. It's wonderful.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And you being a music guy, I'm like, well, that's perfect.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. I know that you also you play in a lot of different bands, and you have your own. You have the Russ crew, that I saw you performing at the Kibitz Room, and I was like, oh my gosh, I used to go there after shows. I would perform just a couple of things down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how did your music acumen kind of come into directing some of these musical elements?
Well, because I've been a musician for about almost 50 years. The music started actually well before the acting did, and but I never wanted to leave that part of my life behind. I wanted to keep that going in a parallel to the acting. So I kept going all the way through to when I was on Voyager. I rebooted the music scene. I've been on and off, over the years. I used to make a living at it, playing top 40 and things like that. So I put together my own band at some point just after Voyager and launched off with my own thing. Doing mostly, I want to say, it's not doing 3 or 4 hour a night club gigs. That's not what I do. I do showcase shows. I just do shows, and sometimes I do sit in with other bands. But this one is my home base and in LA, and I played a number of places, mostly at the Kibitz Room. But when you have, because I've been able to work on some shows, NCIS New Orleans, for example, worked as a guest star on that show. I had to be able to play blues guitar for real, to be able to play and sing it. And because they were going to film the episode live, they were going to film the music portion live. So if I hadn't been playing all these years, and kept that up, then I might not have booked that gig.
I get it. Have you ever put anything on your resume that you didn't really have that skill set and you got called in for it? You ever do that?
You mean, can I ride a horse? Yes, I can ride a horse.
Can I play D&D? Yes, I can play D&D.
Absolutely. No, there's nothing on the resume that I would have put on there that I could not do.
True actor.
But those things, kind of, like I said, they're related. They're relatively close in class in terms of whether it's music or whether it's acting. It's still performing for a live audience if you're doing stage, and for music you're always performing. So it's still a performance related thing, and it's not that far off. But it's just been around for a really long time, and the acting's maybe 10 years behind that. So I've had to, I get calls for that kind of stuff once in a while. And on 12-Sided Die, when Curtis said we're going to do this rap thing,
he's like, "What are you out of your mind?" That was the first thing. And then
we didn't have any track when we filmed it. We just filmed her doing the rap, and then we had to go put the music in afterwards. So we didn't even have the music to put it when we shot it. So she just took off and did the rap, and then we got the music dialed in later on in post, which worked out fine. So it's very funny. It's very unexpected. And as a matter of fact, where did I see that gag? Was in one of the Muppet movies. It was the last Muppet movie had a very similar gag in it. Yes. Where the lead actor, the villain, broke out into a rap in the middle of a scene, and it was hysterical. So when Curtis mentioned doing this, I was like, "Oh my God, yes, we have to do that." That is the funniest thing because it's so unexpected. It's completely you'll never see it coming, and that's what's wonderful about it.
I never saw Curtis writing a rap coming, so I'm really excited.
It's great. It's great.
I love it.
It's a D&D rap. So
she sells it. Oh my gosh, she sells it. Oh, it's
Ryan Lee Seaton, who's is part of the band All Right here that plays in and around Los Angeles. In fact, if you watch the trailer on 12sidedie.com, their background song "We Are Monsters" is the background song to the trailer.
Which is one of the reasons why I do have the trailer loaded up, but I might have to mute it just because of YouTube permissions and things. But I just wanted to do.
We have permission to use that. I don't know if that counts. I have full permission from Mike Sweeney, the lead singer writer of All Right, to use that. I don't know if that Matt. I don't know if YouTube will go by Curtis's say so.
I would love that.
It'll probably get by. And Curtis, what is the? Where is she the lead singer in that band or no? Is she singing?
She's one of the no. Michael Sweeney's the lead singer. I don't call her a backup singer. She's not a backup singer. She's she sings. She has solo songs herself, but she is one of the singers in the band.
Oh, I see. And are they playing now in LA? Are they right now? Or
no, they are, but I don't think they've had gigs in a bit. I open for them sometimes. I've opened for them a number of times when they played at the Universal Bar and Grill.
Oh,
so, they had me do like 20 minutes to open, and then which is always fun to open for a band. It's cool to open for All Right, because the people there are all our friends. So they're there to see me and them. But like, and I've opened for Weird Al Yankovic. When I opened for Weird Al Yankovic, everybody was also there to see everybody, because it was a generational group of people that were there, because dads and moms would bring their kids. So it was a good family group. But like, if you open for, Stone Temple Pilots, nobody's there to see you. Nobody. As far as they're concerned, you are getting in the way of their fun. Nope.
Well, you know what's not getting in the way of my fun is the fact that we've already got a couple of donations coming in. We're already at $511. We're on our way to that 15,000.
We have 6 backers. Look at that.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great in the first couple of minutes here. I'm loving that. So if you are watching, I will put up that link one more time for you to donate. But that is incredible, Curtis, because I love that you just compared Weird Al Yankovic to the Stone Temple Pilots. Amazing. Tim, are you playing any gigs in the near future?
Yes, I'll be back at the Kibitz Room May 9th. That's Friday night at 10:30. We do one long set, about an hour and change, and the parking is free, and there's no cover charge.
There we go.
Come on now.
Especially when it's in Hollywood or Fairfax.
What else do you need other than that? Come on down. Yeah, we'll be there. I post everything on my website. I've got 12-sided die on there. I've got the gigs that I have lined up. They're on my website. You just type my name in, Tim Russ, and on Google, the website, you'll see it on there. And bring it up, and I have the appearances on the last page. So, yeah, it's all that stuff is there, and I post it on Facebook as well. But that's the next gig I've got coming. Yes.
Oh, fantastic! I love that.
And in the past, our good friend Kristen Wall, Katie knows Kristen Wall, who was also the producer on 12-sided die.
Of course,
she sang with the band on a couple of occasions.
Yes, that's correct. She came up on stage with me and sang one of the songs at the end. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kristen, very good.
She was very excited.
I love it. Well, let's take a quick look at the actual trailer for season 2 of 12-sided die, and I sure hope you're right about this music. We'll find out. And then Matt Kelly, I'm sorry if it does anything. Okay, here we go.
I love Cynthia. This is Cynthia.
The Cynthia.
That's my girlfriend.
Do you love her?
I love playing with you guys.
And we love you playing this with us.
How are you even a person?
He looks like a man on a quest.
Dude, I just want to say I love you.
Then tell her that.
I don't know how.
Just say it.
But saying it is
I love you, Cynthia.
overwhelming.
Don't blame me.
You're my inspiration.
Wow, you really can't sing.
Yeah, that's what every woman wants to hear.
It's an adventure of words.
I have a little treasure for you.
Maybe I won a silent auction.
Mr. Curtis, Miss Cynthia, Mr. Chris, Mr. Eric, Mr.
Emmett Halverson.
With Emmett Helverson.
For he that sheds his blood with me today shall be my brother. That is awesome! Welcome to the experience of your life. You will battle fantastic monsters, travel to long lost lands, acquire amazing wealth, all in your head.
He just needs to commission one drawing. It would boost my portfolio nationally.
What if people don't want what I'm offering?
I don't want to let them down.
It was expensive. We're not going to waste a spot.
Stone Moon Duck! Stone Moon Duck! Orcs!
1 moon. Heads.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, amazing. What a fun reel.
That was all edited by Mesa Cronehouse, who plays Mesa in the in the Gulchcast episode. And she edited that whole thing together. I thought it came out great. So yeah.
Wonderful. That's great trailer. Great trailer.
Really did. Well, we also
Yes.
have one of the stars of the series that just popped in at the moment. Curtis, would you like to give a little introduction?
Yes, this is she plays the female lead in 12-Sided Die. She was the female lead in the first season, and she's also kind of what prompted me back more than a decade ago. We were in an acting class to say, hey, let's do something together. And she was kind of the co-starter, co-initiator of this whole thing. So I blame her for the majority of this. So, ladies, Chris Wood-Bell, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks
Yes,
for
dear, Chris.
having me.
Oh, and that's Madison.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, Madison.
She plays an accountant in one of the episodes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, she's great.
Yeah, in fact, she's right out of the gate. Madison's in the trailer, right at the beginning. Hi, Madison.
Thanks for joining us, Madison.
She had a bunch of gobbledygook to speak, and God bless you for. I gave her just a bunch, and that's actually Chris Richmond, who Chris Gurman plays in the piece, is an actual tax lawyer. So I went to him for that language. So that language is actual, true IRS accountant language that you.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was
very
saying.
well. What was that?
I said I didn't know what I was saying, but I made it look like I did.
Yeah, that's the idea. They can
That's the
believe
idea.
you know what you're saying. Yes.
It was good seeing you again. Though I wanted to stop in and say hi to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did. No. Thank you for being such a part of this. You're a big part of it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do it again. That'd be great.
I'll see you guys.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
Thanks, Madison. It was great. Oh, what a beautiful surprise. But Chris, welcome.
Hi, yeah, well, thanks.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing
Good
all
to
right.
see you.
Good to see you.
So Chris,
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. She's heard all my crap. So yeah, no.
So Chris, how did you listen to Curtis's voice and then say, yes, I'll do this project?
God, it happened so long ago, but I remember that. I remember Curtis saying like, "Oh, I'm writing this thing," and kind of downplaying it a bit, and then us just starting to get the ball rolling. Like, what if we did this? Just with who we know and what we have, and that's how it got started. It was great. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. And
yeah, because if you watch the season 1, it's funny because it took us a long time to film and edit and get done.
Like
so
10 years.
10 years. So
Yeah.
It seems like we're using the Marvel de-aging technology. we're really not. We're really not. We actually look that young. That was
Once upon a time. Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
But this season was just it was such an incredible experience. Very different. I mean, the first time was just, it felt very, a bunch of ragtag people getting together, trying to, just trying to see what we could do. And this time it was just extraordinary. Everybody who, not just that we, asked or hired to be involved, but people who really wanted to be involved. People were so psyched to hear about it, to work on it, just to come to set and help out in any way they could. It was an extraordinary experience.
Thanks.
And how was it working with Tim?
Well, oh God, good, amazing. I mean, I'm not Trekkie myself, so meeting him, I was, it was incredible. He's a very patient director. He knows what he wants, but never like steers you. Like he's just a really. It was an incredible thing. I'm sorry, my cat is over here making a lot of noise.
That's okay. We've got cats too.
I'm living in a house with a 9-month-old, a bunch of family in town, a couple of cats, a dog at the moment. So
thank you so much for taking the time to come talk to us.
Oh. No, but it was wonderful working with Tim. It was just for a second when you said Tim, I thought you meant Tim Harris. I was like, oh, great.
Kirby. The guy that played Kirby.
He's great. No, that's fine. No. It was a lovely experience. He's a wonderful human being and just a very professional, capable guy, and I hope to work with him again. Come back for season 3, please.
Curtis had me. I'll be there. And I got to say that, at least, at the same time I was working on 12-sided, I was shooting something else for it was another project. I think it was a pilot presentation. And what the main thing about these projects is if you're working as a director, you're working for the producer, whoever the producer is. The producers, in some cases, they have the project and they have all this stuff they have to do, but they don't have the know-how. They don't have the organizational skills to pull it together. And it's very, very cumbersome when you have to work with a producer that just doesn't have it together. So, things that are supposed to be there aren't there, and this, that, and the other thing, and it's just not organized. So I can say that working with Curtis, when I showed up, to shoot, everything was there. Everybody was there and everything was there, and the locations were there. Everything was organized like it's supposed to be, like as smooth as possible. I think I was on the phone before these episode shoots maybe once or twice with them at the most. I didn't have to, there wasn't a whole lot of, it's already
That's
done.
pretty incredible. Yeah.
Which I can tell you is such a relief, because I've been on the other side and that is not so much fun. And the cast, my God, I mean, I'm just in there directing traffic at the end of the day. These guys already know. They already know what they're doing.
Don't downplay yourself. Don't do that.
I say action. I can go back and get a burger, come back. I don't have to worry about it. Because they know not only are they that good, they know the roles already. They know their parts. They live those parts. So for them, it's like cake and ice cream. I think I had maybe the entire time we're shooting, I had maybe 2 actor notes, and it was maybe something like just hold a beat longer or something. I mean, whatever. It was, I don't have to say anything. I just have to roll and get a good, decent number of takes, and then we're out of here. Wonderful.
Oh, hello.
Well, thank you for saying that. But a lot of that, I got to say, is Kristen Wall, our the producer. She was completely outstanding, and she knows her stuff. She knows her stuff, and she would organize stuff. We would talk a lot ahead of time, and she's bright. She knows what she's doing, and she's bright. So like both in knowledge and in countenance. So she was just so. So she was so great to have on set. And she's working a Disney show right now. So so she's right now. I think, or maybe I shouldn't say Disney. I don't know if she signed an NDA. She's one of the Disney princesses at Disneyland. That's what she's doing. She's Ariel.
Oh, sweet.
She's Ariel at Disneyland. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if I should say Disney. I shouldn't say that. I don't know why I said Disney.
Mouse house.
So, and we have 6 backers. And but before I clicked on who the backers are, I had to click on a bunch of be careful, don't like privacy with backers. So I would love to say their names, but I don't know if I should, because I don't want to. But well, I mean, I know all of them, and some of them are family, some of them are friends, some of them have worked on the show. But after clicking the be careful of your backer privacy. Can you see the backers? I mean, I have the main page, but can you see backers on the page? Because if so, then I'll just out these people like crazy.
That's hilarious. I believe that we can only see that there are 6 backers, but let me see what we can divulge from the website. But
And while you're working on that, something else I want to mention, and I know Tim commented on this too. The art, Cynthia, the character played by Chris Woodbell on the call with us now, is an artist in the piece, and all her art was done by Tess Fowler, who has done art. She's a comic book artist. She's a comic book illustrator, and she's done stuff for IDW. She has a Patreon where you can like buy all her stuff. But every piece of art you see in the trailer and in the background through the whole series, that background art is done by Tess Fowler, who is just an amazing artist. And I was talking with her beforehand, and I'm like, this is a gag. I need this to look this way. This is a dick joke. She's like, I get it. So she was outstanding, and I'm really glad she came on board. So
Same. Yeah, I'm trying to pull the poster up right now, but I think I mostly just have a couple of photos from behind the scenes. Speaking of which, the aforementioned other Tim, not Tim Russ, but Tim.
There we go.
Yes, there you go. But yeah, no, the art on this project is like really truly incredible, and it was one of my favorite things to be able to grab this guy and put it up in the corner there. But the 12-sided
actually now the poster was done by Ralph Miranda. So the poster's different from Tess. Tess did all the artwork in the piece, so she's kind of like a second. It's like the character Cynthia is like Darth Vader, where there was like an actor in the costume. There was somebody did the sword fights, and somebody did the voice. It was kind of I don't mean to compare to Darth Vader, Chris. Sorry.
I love it. No, I love it more.
More of that.
Yes. So, but yeah, Ralph Miranda did the poster. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. But there's so much incredible collaborative work on this project in particular, and folks out there who are watching, and if you'd like, please comment, and yes, as Tommy Bill says, more please. Please feel free to ask some questions, because there are so many wonderful people that are working so many different facets of art, of performance in this project. Chris, what are you working on these days while you wait for season 3?
I got a 9-month-old baby, and that's kind of all I have enough energy for at the moment. But eventually, I mean, I'm in New York now, so I'm, hoping to get back into things maybe in a year or two. So right now I'm just sort of focusing on the home life.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
My goodness.
It's great, but exhausting. I don't know if anybody knows that, but babies are very tiring.
Well, you made a person.
Like a whole human who was
I get exhausted making a sandwich, and let alone a whole another being to live. I put the cheese on. I'm like, oh my god, I need a break. I'm at my target heart rate.
I'm wearing a robe because I threw up on 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that'll happen.
Because you were at a rave, right? You were at a rave. That's why you were at a rave.
Yeah, binkies were everywhere.
Cool. Tim, I know you have a heart out. I don't mean to.
Yeah,
I've
got to get rolling. I do the public star parties from time to time, so I have to take my telescope out here and get it all set up and all this stuff. So
that's so cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for joining us here today and helping kickstart season 2, getting fully lit, and then hopefully, back for season 3, and then we can bring you back on for all of that too. But Tim, thank you so much for joining us today.
And my pleasure. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Chris. Good to see you again, Curtis.
Oh, good to seeing you.
Thank you for the podcast, guys, and I'll get the word out to try to get some more backers on here for the show and get it finished, because it's looking really good. I've seen
it is. Yes,
fabulous. So I look forward to it. Take care, everyone. Please.
Thanks, Tim.
So much, Tim. Have a great one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's so good seeing him again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's really cool, and he's for playing a Vulcan. He has such an amazing sense of humor. He has an amazing sense of humor. I mean, it was just. He was just so much fun on set, and he laughed, and he knew where the jokes were, and he got the jokes, and he laughed. It was great. And it was so smooth. It was so smooth. I remember him saying to us once, he's like, "I'm just watching TV, So yeah.
Can I circle back to you asked me earlier, what working with Tim, and I was a little flummoxed just because he's right there, and so much still on the,
I get
but like he's just the best. He's so kind, first off, and he really knows how to sort of corral everything in just the sweetest, most calm manner ever. Like he's just a great presence on set. Like it was. I really do hope I get to work with him again. He was very cool.
That's so wonderful.
Well, yeah, the outline's written for season 3, so
Yeah,
There you go. There you
we're
go.
ready.
I also work in acting and things like that, and it's so lovely to hear that somebody that you've seen for so many years on TV and film and even in my video games it's wonderful, as you always hope them to be.
Yes. I know they say don't meet your heroes, but it was a good time.
Good.
I remember once I asked for a third take. I'm like,
Oh.
hey, can we just do that one more time?
I remember
And
that.
I got so much crap from the cast and crew, but it was everybody was joshing me, and we even had a text discussion about that afterward. And I'm like, he's like, we're just I go, absolutely. And I would rather have that energy on set rather than hey, can we do that again? Oh, Mr. One More Time. What up? I'd rather have that than like, oh, Jesus, again.
Like
All right. I mean, no, it was because everybody was laughing the minute somebody said, uh-oh, he wants another one. The sound people were laughing, Corey and everybody. It was great. Yeah. So it was, he brought that atmosphere to it, which I think for the piece, it's, I don't know, I think my voice is the feel good, fun piece. It's, it's everybody.
It's definitely heartwarming. It's incredibly heartwarming, and that's what I'm very much looking forward to for season 2. Is just like how much more you've upped the ante in everything.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, we hired an actual sound person, which is nice, which is nice. Yeah. And that's so important. And having Tim there, and then having Andy Robinson and Kitty Swink on board, and Tess Fowler, just off the charts. And we even have a special cameo by Brandon Easton, who is who's a comic book writer and artist. He's not artist. He's a comic book writer. He's a TV writer. He wrote on Marvel's Agent Carter. Yes. And it's weird. I talk about all these people, and I keep forgetting that my friends that are in it are actual celebrities in and of themselves. Like Darren Dupre Washington, who plays Derek. He's been on Modern Family. He's been on Marvel. If you go buy something right now on Amazon, you will see his picture. So Christopher Gurman has been in, he has a scene with Robert De Niro in the movie Amsterdam. He has a recurring role on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Eric Vesbit was the voice of Spider-Man. He was the voice of Kraven the Hunter in Spectacular Spider-Man. Tim Harris, who we saw the picture of, he's in a Lowe's commercial that's out right now.
Yes, he is. I see him almost every single day.
So yeah, we shot it on location at the Comic Bug in Manhattan Beach. They could not have been nicer. Could not have been nicer to let us shoot there. So I want to give as many props to the Comic Bug in Manhattan Beach, and they have another store in the city of Culver too. But they could not have been nicer. Will Dixon helped out behind the scenes. Again, he's an actor, very talented actor. He's in front. I'm just going to rattle off all the names here. Kate Torrey had like one line in the first season, and did you get the stills?
I'm getting them. I've got a good number of them. I'm trying to create something so that they're easier.
Yeah. So there's me and Chris. Yep, and in Gurman's house. There's Darren. Yep. There's Brandon Easton. Yep. Yes. I think I got everybody in this. I think there's me and Tim Harris again.
Which I think he's wearing a very similar shirt in his Lowe's commercial.
oh, he probably is. You know what? He probably is. Yeah, he probably just wore that same shirt. And we can probably give that away as a Kickstarter perk. Lowe's commercial. We'll have him autograph it. And oh, that's Grace Shen. Oh, Grace is outstanding. Grace has been on a number of productions. Her and I have the same agent. So which is really cool. Yeah. Yep. So she's just outstanding. Yep.
Oh, phenomenal.
And then that's her scene with Brandon. And that's Kate Torrey on the right and Deborah Sharp Taylor on the left. Deborah also has a connection to Star Trek, and her late husband played I think his name is Robot Pimp in Ice Pirates back in the 70s. And then her late husband also played on Deep Space Nine the Klingon chef. There's 2 episodes on the Promenade where there was a Klingon chef. He played that Klingon chef. So she's in it, and that's Kate Torrey who came back from the first season for the second season. She has a much bigger and expanded role. We actually shot at her house. So
Oh, that's
Yep.
cool. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm really loving how much LA is just trying to get itself back up on its feet right now and working on their own projects. And it's been really
Yep.
inspiring to see and to be a part of, at least on the outskirts of. But yeah, I'm loving these shots. I haven't been to the Comic Bug before, but I think, Curtis, you said that you are a big frequenter of the Comic Bug.
Yes, I'm. Yeah, he told me. Oh, that's Deborah Sullivan on the far left. She was in it, and then she was in one of the side quests. It's cool. In one of the side quests, she plays a very straight laced city personnel, city zoning administrator, and in this place, she plays Drunky McDrunkerson. So, which is great. It was really fun. And her husband, Adam Marcus, was the supervising editor for the first season. He's the one that kind of got me across the finish line for the first season. So yeah, it was really, really cool. So, and they're coming in drunk to a comic book store, which is
sounds like a great night.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I frequent the comic. They told me once that I held by far the majority of transactions, and I'm like, what? I go, how much do I spend? They go, you don't spend the most. You just have the number of transactions. I'm like,
Didn't I tell you it was the most, at least at that time?
It was it was like in the past year, like you have by far the most. So like I'm like, wow, all right, well, how about this? Here's like 4 comics. I want a bag and receipt for each one of them. Let's go. I got a target on my back. Move it because I want as many transactions as possible. Yeah, so God bless them for letting me us shoot there. So
you've invested enough money into their business. Why not?
I know.
I mean, that's like the rental fee alone.
If I were to move this green screen, you would see it. So we'll just leave
the comic book store, or
well, it may as well be one. I may as well just put a sign up front.
Fair enough. It looks like we got a couple other really great photos.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's all the Tess Fowler art in the background.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's that we shot that at Mesa Kronhouse's place. That's the first day of shooting. That's day 1. Episode 5. Yep.
And
Allison
I know
Reeves. You know Allison Reeves. Yes.
Yeah.
She plays Christopher Gurman's wife, or Christopher Richmond's wife in this. Very big stretch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, actual wife of Christopher Gurman. That's amazing.
Yep, and she's amazing. And that's Eric Vesbit.
Yes.
Eric Vesbit, who I've known him. I played D&D with him back in the 80s. And Grand Rapids, Michigan. Him and I are from the same hometown, and then we met up through mutual friends out here, and we've been playing D&D ever since like 2004. So, and then Gurman came on about 10 years ago, and all 3 of us been playing, have been playing with Mesa, who edited the trailer and is in a couple of the side quests. Yep. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And that's High Elf Beer.
I'm guessing this is one of the art pieces that you were asking for.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. This was designed by Deborah Hartwell, who was our Deborah Hartwell's brother. Sorry, Deborah Hartwell's brother designed it. And Deborah Hartwell was our wardrobe supervisor, who's also married to Mr. Tim Russ. So
I have a bottle over here. I'm gonna grab it.
Oh, go.
Oh, please do. I'm very curious to know what actual beer this is.
It's funny because it's O'Doul's, because you don't know on a set who's an alcoholic. And it's funny because Andy Robinson he took a couple of sips of it, and he's like, "This is Panther Pits. This is terrible. and after we shot the scene, I'm like, we could have just put water in there rather than leaving the actual warm O'Doul's. Why do we just put water in there? So I felt bad. Oh, look at that. There we go.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Cool? It looks like it's smeared, but it's
Yeah, David Hartwell
high
did
alcohol.
That. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I wanted to put that in there. Yep.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I really want a High Elf to actually be a real beer now.
Yeah, right? I drink it all the time. That's so badass.
It is badass. Absolutely. Oh, incredible. And then we've got someone cute over here.
Oh, look at that. Boom.
Fantastic. And then,
Oh,
we
That's
got a
Madison
great look.
Russ. Yep.
Yeah. She looks great. I didn't know
She
that she
does,
was an
yeah.
actress as well.
Yep. She plays Gurman's paralegal. So
Perfect.
not Gurman's paralegal.
Tax person.
Gurman's nothing. I mean, kidding. No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. No, Gurman's character is this plays her paralegal. So, G-man.
Oh, we do have a question over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, bloopers. Oh, I guess it wasn't a question, but we've got I heard Katie Torrey is on this. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. She was in one of the previous pictures. She was in the picture with Deborah. I think she might be another picture coming up too.
Okay.
If I remember the stills. There's Andy Robinson.
We do.
Yep.
Have,
Garrick
have
on.
a clip.
Yeah. What was that?
We do have a clip of Andy Robinson if you would like to show that.
Oh, let's show the clip. Clip.
Okay. And remember, folks, that you can still donate. And if you're out there looking at us right now, I'm going to do this. That's going to cover everybody's face. But, just for your phones, you can always head on over there. If the bit.ly/12sided, we'll get you over to that Kickstarter. But let's take a quick look at this little clip from 12-Sided Dice Season 2.
What could she have for me?
I don't know, maybe she wants you to sign a picture for the store.
Oh, God.
Should put it behind the register next to the one with Lucy Lawless and the guy that wrote A Stitch in Time.
What if this fan support thing doesn't work?
Well, if you don't get the money, you don't have to produce it.
No. What if people don't want what I'm offering anymore?
Can't believe I'm telling you this, but you gotta roll the dice.
I'm too old for that.
Risk is your business. Well, right now, birthday parties are your business. But why do that when you could be coming up with new stuff for us to buy and to inspire us?
You know, I never got that. I mean, for years, people have been telling me that my game has inspired people to do great things. I mean, join the Peace Corps, become a teacher, make music, act. I was always, don't blame me.
The game encourages problem solving.
The only problem I wanted to solve was not be broke.
Would anyone care for some complimentary popcorn?
Do you have cheese popcorn?
What is this, a carnival? You get what you get and don't have a fit.
That guy's growing on me.
Amazing. Excellently written. And what was the inspiration for that scene in particular?
Well, I wanted, if I was going to have Andy Robinson, I was writing a scene for me and him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm having a 2 or 3 page scene with just me and Andy Robinson, and that was it. And it was Tim that made it a walk and talk. I didn't think it was going to be a walk and talk, but Tim's like, let's do a walk and talk. I'm like, okay. And then I remember when Andy got to set, he's like, I'm like, hey, do you want to run lines? Like, yeah, let's go on set and let's run it. Let's work it out. I'm like, yeah, oh my God. And it was, yeah. So we ran it and we worked it out, but it was Tim that made it the walk and talk. Yeah, I really wanted to have, because I really wanted to, you get what you get, that's actually a line from my sister. My sister says that to her kids. She says that to her kids.
Keep that in mind.
I'm like, I'm putting that in the show.
That is solid.
But I wanted it's, if I get all, artsy, actory, writery, I wanted, I have always wanted to say thank you to all the people in Star Trek for inspiring me and to be a good person and espouse those ideals. And that was kind of my scene, to say thank you to all those people that have created such an amazing thing. That's been very big in my life. So the second part of it, he actually says to Em, he's like, thank you for coming up with this game that's been so much a part of my life. So when they walk back, that's when he says it. But that was kind of the inspiration for that whole walk and talk scene. And then I of course had to have Tim Harris interrupt as much as possible. So he's constantly interrupting that whole last episode. So yeah, which is great. He's just showing up with popcorn.
And talk about a consummate professional. I mean, he showed up just ready to work.
Oh yeah.
And really his all. I mean, that whole the Shakespearean monologue he has, it's just, I can't wait to see it. I mean, we all know that's, he's a Shakespearean theatrical actor, but it's a treat. It really is a treat. It was a treat watching him work. It's going to be a treat watching him on the screen.
Oh, and you know what? I have some really excellent news that we are also got a couple more backers, and it looks like we're jumping up to 9 backers.
Woo!
So thank you so much for those of you that are here watching with us, going through this whole journey. Remember, we've got 29 days to go, but if you donate in the next 24 hours, you can get a ticket to the premiere of season 2 of 12 Sided Die. So that's exciting.
It's actually a pre-screening in Big Bear.
There it is.
Oh,
Pre-screening
awesome.
in Big Bear. Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Because it'll happen during the Kickstarter campaign. So it's kind of a pre-screening, whatever we have at that point. It's kind of also like a promotional for the Kickstarter campaign too. Jake Cole, who just commented with "You get what you get, and you don't have a fit." He's helping facilitate that up in Big Bear. So and the Big Bear. There we go. He just
seems like he's excited as all of us are.
I know you, but I like you.
Green Jack Productions is his production company up there. So
cool.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool.
I have a house full of family, so I gotta.
That's all right. We're wrapping up anyway. But Chris, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anywhere that people can follow you specifically?
Oh, I'm so bad at this stuff. Not at the moment.
Okay, that's okay. That's
Come
okay.
back to me in a year or two. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe when the baby's grown up a little bit more.
Yeah. All right,
Leave Chris
so
alone.
much.
No problem. Thank you so much for joining us, Chris.
Bye.
Thanks, Chris.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, Curtis, is there anywhere that people can find you or any more information on 12 Sided Die?
Yeah, you can follow me at Curtis Fortier, one word, at Curtis Fortier. And then you can follow the best place to get information on 12 Sided Die is our Instagram page at 12 Sided Die. So at 12 Sided Die. And eventually it's going to be the website. I'm going to check the website right now to see if it's been updated. No, it still looks like they came up with it in 1984. So this is fantastic. So no, but I know I have somebody working on it, and because I knew this was going to be a big deal, so it's going to be really slick. So so the Instagram page and the website 12sideddie.com. So and me at Curtis Fortier. And then of course we'll be sending out Kickstarter updates and just kind of watch the Kickstarter page. And yeah, I would love to out everybody that's donated, because they're all my friends, but I don't want to out them against a couple of my family members. Yeah, so because I checked a bunch of boxes that said, keep the backer information kept private, so I don't want to. But a lot of people in acting class and some very, very good friends of mine, some people involved in the show. And my family. Thank God my family donated in the first hour. That would really
be a little bit weird, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you can find their names on the. I mean, were able to find their names on the site?
Yeah, I'm looking, but I'm not seeing any public names at the moment.
Right.
But if and when we do get that, I will be sure to add that to the podcast version of this show. For those of you who are watching here live, thank you so much. If you'd like to say anything before we go, please. Hey, Kate Torrey. Hey.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna out the crap out of Kate Torrey. Yeah, Kate Torrey is in the piece. And she donated. So she donated to the Kickstarter. She's actually backer number 6. She's backer number 6. So she cracked the top 10. So
yeah,
so she cracked
love it.
Oh, fantastic. Well, everyone, thank you so much for those of you who have been watching here today. You can still go to the 12 Sided Die website, check out the Kickstarter, keep it going. We're almost hitting 1,000, so that's wonderful.
That's great.
We've just got a new commenter. Can't wait. Want to see those.
Carolyn Rowland. Oh my God. Carolyn Rowland is a friend from college. Oh my God, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Carolyn turned me on to Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's what she introduced me to.
That's a great friend.
That's
solid,
a great friend.
Solid
yep,
friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if I can say a huge thank you to the Napping Through podcast, to you guys having me on, and to the entire Geekscape network for hosting this and having us on. This was just outstanding, more than I could have ever hoped, and this is the most fun launch that I've ever been on. This is great. You guys are amazing for giving your time. So thank you to both of you, Katie and Marie, and to Matt and to the entire Geekscape community. So thanks.
I have to say, I'm excited to see this. It's really exciting to hear you talk about it. It's just, I've just been sitting here just glowing in how, like, it just feels like somebody's seen somebody's dreams come true, and like where it started and where you are now and getting to work with all these amazing people. I would feel like a kid in a candy shop. So I'm really excited for you, and I'm excited to see the finished product.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, you guys will be at the premiere, most certainly. We'll figure out where it is, and yeah.
Yeah, we absolutely will. And remember, folks, that you can go over to bit.ly/12sided, and that will get you right over to the Kickstarter website. But you can also just look for 12-sided die. But for those of you joining us, thank you so much for joining us here today and getting this all kicked off so easily with so much money. I'm so impressed and very happy about that. But if you want to check out us anymore, or any of the other guests that we have on the podcast, you can check us out at Napping Through Happy Hour. But please remember that the universe is chaos. So please be kind to one another. And, it's a good time. Marie, Curtis, is there any piece of advice you'd like to give the audience before they leave us here today?
Marie?
I'm giving myself advice. And now I think after all of this talk, I need to play D&D myself. So
yes, you do.
I'm inviting those who are just sparking. I'm committing to it today instead of advice. I'm making a commitment that I'm definitely gonna learn to play. It's inspired so much, clearly.
What if I'm gonna pitch this? What if we did a Napping Through podcast where we rolled up a character for Marie?
Oh,
yes,
let's do it.
Absolutely,
yes. Do it.
Oh,
yep.
Look out, we're gonna do that.
And what my advice is, the advice that coined by Captain James Tiberius Kirk: never believe in a no-win scenario.
I love that. Yes, well played, well put. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all who have donated thus far. Really appreciate you. Of course. We'll see you on the next podcast. Bye, folks.
Bye.